You know that feeling when you meet someone and everything just clicks? You replay their texts, you overthink their tone, you feel this weird mix of excitement and anxiety every time their name pops up. And even when something feels slightly off, you ignore it, because it feels too strong to be wrong. So why do some crushes feel so intense, but end up hurting the most? Today we're breaking down 7 types of toxic crushes, what's actually happening in your brain when you fall for them, and how to recognize these patterns before they pull you in deeper. But before we get into it, Psychology Vault exists to make the things you feel finally make sense, to turn confusing emotions into something you can actually understand and work through. And if you've ever found yourself stuck on someone who wasn't right for you, this channel is for you, because what we're about to get into might completely change how you see attraction. Let's go. 1. The unavailable crush. This is when you're drawn to someone who is emotionally distant or hard to reach. Psychologists connect this to anxious attachment, where our brain chases connection even harder when it feels uncertain or unstable. It's like playing a game where the reward drops randomly. The unpredictability keeps you hooked longer than something consistent ever could. Sometimes it's not about them, it's about the chase feeling meaningful. 2. The potential crush. This is when you fall for who someone could be, not who they actually are. This is called idealization, where our brain fills in the gaps with a better version of reality. It's like watching a trailer and convincing yourself the full movie is going to be amazing, without ever checking if it actually is. You're not falling in love with them, you're falling in love with your imagination. And honestly, the next one is the one most people don't even realize they're stuck in, but once you see it, it explains so much. 3. The validation crush. This is when you're attracted to how someone makes you feel about yourself. Psychologists call this external validation, where your sense of worth depends on how someone else sees you. It's like checking your phone over and over for likes, except now, the like is a person. It's not really about them, it's about finally feeling enough. 4. The chaos crush. This is the person who brings emotional highs and lows, excitement mixed with confusion. This taps into something called trauma bonding, where intense emotional swings create a deeper attachment. It's like a roller coaster you didn't plan to ride, but now you can't get off. And here's the uncomfortable part. Our brains sometimes mistake chaos for passion. Just because it feels intense doesn't mean it's healthy. Now that you're starting to see these patterns, the next ones are the ones that quietly keep people stuck for years. 5. The nostalgia crush. This is when you're drawn to someone because they remind you of something familiar, even if that familiar wasn't healthy. This connects to attachment patterns formed early in life. It's like replaying an old game level you never completed, hoping this time it ends differently. Sometimes, we're not choosing them, we're choosing what they represent. 6. The fix them crush. This is when you feel drawn to someone because you want to help, heal, or change them. Psychologists call this a rescue fantasy, where love becomes tied to fixing someone else. It's like picking a broken character in a game and thinking your effort alone will unlock their full potential, where slowly lowers hand. But love isn't meant to feel like a project. 7. The fantasy-only crush. This is when most of your connection exists in your head, not in real interaction. This ties into escapism, where your brain builds emotional experiences without real-world grounding. It's like creating a perfect storyline in your mind, where nothing can go wrong because it's not real. The connection feels deep, but it hasn't actually been tested. Having these kinds of crushes isn't a flaw, it's how our brains try to make sense of connection, validation, and emotional needs. But here's what you can do. Think about the last time you felt strongly pulled towards someone. And in that moment, were you responding to who they actually were, or how they made you feel about yourself? Think about a time when something felt intense. Was it actually connection, or was it uncertainty that kept you hooked? And if that crush disappeared tomorrow, what feeling would be left underneath it? Healthy attraction feels steady, not confusing. It feels safe, not addictive. If you've ever found yourself stuck in one of these patterns, you're not alone. The moment you start seeing the difference between real connection and emotional patterns, everything begins to shift. If this made sense to you, you might want to watch why you feel attached to someone who barely notices you, and why you overthink every text and what it says about you. And if you want more videos that help you understand your emotions on a deeper level, subscribe to Psychology Vault. Thanks so much for being here, and until next time, take care of yourself.